For real, like, I'm not even playing with you. I don't even like kids.
I'm so ugly. What?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are so pretty. You all shut up. Go in the room. When you look at yourself, you supposed to say, I'm so pretty. You are so pretty. Do you hear me? You got the prettiest little dimples. You are too cute. Oh. No, you gonna make me cry. You're not ugly. Girl. Oh my God. Ariana. You're not ugly. Baby girl.
I ain't gonna lie. It kind of hit me a little bit inside to see this little girl cry like that. And it starts with your household. I don't know if her parents are calling her ugly, her mom, her dad, maybe a brother, a sister, or cousin. But this is very sad at a young age that a little girl is calling herself ugly. She's 4 years old and she calling herself ugly. It could be at the school as well, but that's why I try to push this positive message of having self-love. It starts when you're a little kid, like this age. Little kids, they have good memories. They pick up on everything. So something is telling me that this little girl has been called ugly by other people before. And it's sad. I even seen a couple of videos in fact, of women calling their own children ugly. How in your right mind would you call your own creation ugly? I know if I had a kid, I would never call my kid ugly. This is part of me. So why would I call my kid ugly? Y'all gotta start loving y'all kids more. A lot of y'all be calling y'all kids these uncalled for names, mistreating them, and they pick up on that, and that carries over to when they get older. These kids going to middle school, isolating themselves from people because they afraid that they are going to be judged, and it's messed up. Y'all got to watch y'all words. Everybody don't have a strong mind. Some people can't take bad name calling. Some people can't take words. Words hurt people. So you have to be careful what comes out of your mouth. These kids get called ugly starting at this age. Go into middle school, like I said. Go to junior high. And then it carries over in high school. And it even gets so bad that some of these kids commit suicide. Bullying is a big thing. You got to be careful with what you say. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Keep it to yourself. A lot of y'all are selfish. A lot of y'all think that y'all are perfect. You got to understand that everybody was born with different facial features. Not everybody is going to look attractive. So you got to be careful with what you say from a standpoint of having self-love. This is a little girl, but when you get a little older, you got to learn to love yourself, because there are literally people out in this world who are there to tear people down. They don't care about anybody else. If something doesn't look appealing to them, they're going to speak it. It's okay to have an open mind. I have an open mind. I speak my mind. But I do not bully people. I do not call people hurtful names. You have to learn to control your words. Stop calling people ugly. Stop calling people fat. Stop making fun of people's skin tone. Stop making fun of people's height. Y'all got to keep y'all words to yourself. Everybody don't have a strong mind, like I said. It's messed up, man. I hate to see this kind of stuff. This is a little girl. She's 4 years old, and she's calling herself ugly. And I give credit for this hairdresser that was doing this little girl's hair for saying, look at your dimples. You're beautiful. Don't call yourself ugly. She was uplifting her. Instead of this grown woman putting her down, she uplifted her like an adult's supposed to do to a kid. A lot of y'all are cold-hearted, man. I feel like, call me ugly. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm a handsome man. And it's not being cocky. It's about having confidence. Everybody is going to be unattractive to somebody. But it all starts with yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't uplift yourself, if you don't give yourself compliments, nobody else will. Everyone is responsible for their own self. So you have to learn how to ignore the negativity, because this world is brought on with negativity. It's so much negativity in this world. That's why I try to do my part as a human being. I feel like I was put on this earth to uplift people, to push out positivity. It's not enough positivity. It's not enough role models. And I'm going to do my part as a man to be a role model to the youth, to be a role model to these kids that's misguided, to be a role model to these kids that's calling themselves ugly, that don't have self-love for themselves. I'm going to play my part. We need more role models. We need more positive figures. It's not enough. It's so much people with negative mentalities, selfish mentalities. If they see somebody that don't look attractive, they gonna open their mouth and talk bad on that person. But they don't know what that person goes through. That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. Talk to the person. Uplift them instead of putting them down. Like I said, we all learned as a kid. Well, you should have learned. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. There's a time and place for everything. You got to learn to keep your mouth shut, because some things are just uncalled for. Some things are offensive. Now, it's a different story if it's with your friends and you just trying to motivate them. But then it's a different story when you just blatantly trying to put somebody down because they don't look appealing to you. That's just not cool. Y'all got to learn to stop opening your mouth off of every little thing. Like I said, everybody doesn't have a strong mind. Some people will break. And why you think people isolate themselves? Because they've been called ugly before. They've been called fat before. They've been talked down on because their skin tone. They've been talked down on their height. That's why you have these kids, these teenagers, even grown adults staying in the house because they feel, or they have experienced people calling them these type of names. So again, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. But we're going to jump into some comments and see what people had to say about this video. First comment. Her mama was calling her ugly because another woman telling her she's beautiful made her cry. That's what I was thinking. It starts in the household. What is your parents saying to you? Are your parents uplifting you, or are they talking down on you? I would pray to God that this little girl's mom or this little girl's dad is not calling her ugly. This is your creation. You should not put down your creation. That's like putting down yourself. If you can call your daughter ugly, that's like calling you ugly. This is part of you. Next comment. She's too little to have that much pain. Exactly, man. That's why I said I felt a certain way watching this video. Because there's no way a 4-year-old little girl should be calling herself ugly, breaking down, crying. She's too young, man. It's not right. Next comment. We must speak life into our children. It's sad such a beautiful child can't recognize how beautiful she is. Someone has distorted her image of herself. Thank God for people like this stylist. That moment might alter that little girl's perception of herself. Yes, it starts with your words. If you have people uplifting you, speaking highly of you, that's going to boost your confidence. But if you always have people talking down on you, what do you think that's going to do to a person? That's going to lower their self-confidence. So, uplift people. Stop talking down on people. You got to understand, like I said, people are born on this earth how they are. You can't change your facial features. This is how you was born. Everybody not going to look perfect in your eyes. Next comment. Oh my gosh, who did this? She is a pretty little girl who shouldn't have this much pain. This was tough to watch. Lord, please cover this baby and bless this stylist for giving her a hug and speaking life. Yes, this is sad. A little girl calling herself ugly. Man, thank God for women like this. Thank God for people like this that bring light to these young kids that don't have self-confidence or don't understand that you gotta love yourself. But again, like I said, she's a little girl, so she doesn't really understand what self-love is. So shout out to this hairdresser again for bringing light to this little girl and giving her the confidence that she needs. Next comment. And this little girl has parents somewhere. What you think they saying to her? Love on your kids. They hear everything. Like I said earlier in the video, when you say something to a little kid, they gonna pick up on it. Like you got a 2-year-old, 3-year-old son or daughter or nephew or niece, and you saying certain words around them, they gonna mimic those words. That's just how it is. That's why you have to watch what you say around kids. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you feel this woman's parents may be calling her ugly at home? And do y'all feel this hairdresser did the right thing by shining light on this little girl? I do. Or do y'all think that this little girl just came to her mind that she's ugly and she wasn't influenced by somebody else's opinion? But that's all I got for you guys, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.